So we have Rocky Oasis again here. It seems a popular pick. I've seen other players pick it as well. This time around with 4 deep fish in the middle, so that seems to vary a little bit. Take some time to get there. Looks like it's going to be easier for both sides to get there this time around. Widely different civilizations picks for this one. We have Gurastobbybufas with the Chinese. And this is the before the newly released patch, so the Chinese don't have that extra housing space in the town center just yet. Still obviously a solid civilization. Guras keeping that idle TC time within the margins. That's going to keep his villager advantage for now. Did forget about the house. That's a bit of a rushed house there to not get house with Chinese here, but makes it in time. While Bomas has gone for the Gurjaras over here. A little bit of a food boost to the start with the forage bush going up here, is bringing over the sheep to garrison them inside of the mill for a steady food trickle low. And steady food trickle as well. Hello there, the Belgian. Gurjaras, I would expect them to open scouts here for the mobility that it brings. I don't really see lots of other viable feudal age actions here. I guess you could wall off and go fast castle with either of these sieves as well. I don't know where this guy is going, but he seems to have lost his path. The house. And a mill, I guess. Soon. Only 35 seconds of idle TC time here for Guras, so off to a good start here with the Chinese. Another house. Deep spawn not great for the Chinese player here. Maybe he's expecting he's been lamed already, but that's 4 sheep up for grabs to the side here. So if Bomas moves out early to scout here by any chance, he might get lucky and find 4 sheep to lame. But it should be said as well that usually there's not really an incentive to scout the Chinese that early, unless you want to specifically lame, because it's very unlikely that the Chinese open with a drush, for example, because they start with 0 food and 50 less wood. Yeah, the sheep tend to spawn far away on this map. You see that Guras is struggling. He's maybe almost given up on them. But still going to bring in the food, is pushing in the deer, bringing in the boar as well. So great work at not have much idle time behind all of this. I don't know what happened with the boar lure there, but not an ideal placement. This feels like an FC map to me. Yeah, distance is quite far. Issue is you can't wall this area, so you'd have to egg wall your way around the base, but players always find a way to make IKEA Arena anyway, so. But it's true, the only kind of viable option would be scouts, I guess, because you'd have the movement speed to get to the other side, and you know there's probably going to be a way in, because it's going to call for some extensive walling to keep the aggression out completely. What is the meta for this map? Not seen it before. I've barely seen it before. It's new. All of the maps in this tournament are new to the competitive setting. So I've only casted 1 game on the map so far, and they actually went for the scouts, the both of them. I see the barracks going up here, and Bomas is going up at 19 population, so he's going to go for the scouts. Spear, defense, fast castle, Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. Uh, yeah, you can't build this terrain though, so you'd have to wall on the the flat terrain around there, and that's going to leave some of your resources out potentially, right? So you need to wall like that, and then maybe in towards a TC from this angle, and you'd be okay-ish. Bomas opening with the scouts. What's Guras is opening also the scouts. Archer Siege seems risky because you see the traveling distances so far. So you'd have to stay. I think you'd have to make your production buildings forward, and that's obviously risky. But there aren't any wolves on this map, so you won't have to worry about that at least. Some spear defense for the Chinese here, keeping that villager advantage still. Chinese starting with 3 extra villagers. Ethiopians would facilitate fast castle on this map, so there's definitely that. That to be considered. Big choke points, perhaps, yeah. An instant pikeman for spear defense, yeah. Not just free, but instant. Pikeman upgrade cost was reduced a couple of months ago, so it's more viable for most tips. Oh, good spot there from Bobat, seeing the walling attempts, but going to block that villager. He will be kind of... No, actually. Guras opening the walls there to wall from a different angle. Are we going to get any villagers here? Guess we could blame the path finding partially for that as well, but Bomas isn't finding much value from the scouts just yet. Guras is entering the opposing side as well. I like how Gurastobbybufas is focusing the camel scout. Doesn't want to go into a scout versus camel fight. Here in the village down goes the camel scout. RIP camel scout. Both with the spear defense here. Guriara's 13 farms. Chinese only 6 farms. So Bomas set for a quicker and smoother castle age here, which he will probably follow up with camels. Nice spot first. Villager kill of the game goes to Gurastobbybufas. I wonder if Guras thinks he can wall to the edge here. This is unwallable or unbuildable and passable terrain, so you're not really saving yourself here. Blacksmith for Bomas. 6 on gold now. Should be clicking that castle age soon. Should have a healthy lead entering the castle age here. Guess you could follow up with more light cav in the castle age as well, in addition to camels if the cavalry is your approach here. Yeah, blue knows, red doesn't. It's all about preparation, guys. This should be familiar terrain from Acropolis, but it doesn't show as clearly on the minimap. But that certainly could backfire. Stage clicked for Bomas. Gurastobbybufas lagging behind to the next age here by a lot, even for the Chinese here. 10 on gold, yes, 12 on food. Still going to need another minute or two to click up to that next stage. Be that you could build on this terrain though, so it's at least a small drop point, and then you could defend it with the castle or something. Guras changed it to the archer, so it's committing more to the fuel age now. As you can see, it's a long walking distance for the archers. It's a good sneak around. It's going to hit the gold from this angle. But in the meantime, Bomas will have approached the castle age and made his own archers to become crossbows. So it's a camel crossbow push. One-shot kills all. Fair point, fair point. There's that as well. You'll need a few of them to be properly efficient though. Look at the speed of those even! That's even before husband. They're ridiculous, they're so ridiculous. Yellow? 1600s maybe? 17? Something like that. Spears being focused down, Shiriwam just dodging the arrows here and cleaning up the archers. Easy cleanup for Bomas. Could be a quick game this one. Guras halfway to the castle age. And getting some great trades there. The KD is pretty similar, but Chinese now committing to a second stable, getting bloodlines as well. Committing to the cavalry now, going to... I mean, could... add camels perhaps? Knights don't make any sense against Guriars anyway. And until Bomas can get husbandry researched, the light cab will almost be able to. Or was that scout? Anyway, almost matching the speed of the Shirimanshas. Wonder if... Is this one? We'll test it. Maybe not. Maybe that only works when I play myself. Gurastobbybufas moving in for the raids. Still committing to the archers for Gurastobbybufas here. And crossbows now, that is. Mix of crossbows and camels. Are we back? I think we're back. Don't know what happened there. Sorry about that. Some unpredictable Wi-Fi situation here. Opposition is too expensive. Yeah, there's not a lot of gold on this map. There are 3 tiles, standard golds. And then you'll have to work your way to the relics for continued gold access. You're dependent upon doing or getting value from your investment. Bomas successfully walled his home base now. 3 town centers booming away, establishing a comfortable economic lead over the Chinese. There is a weak spot here for the crossbows and camels to enter through, but we're not taking that opportunity. Skirmisher defense for Bomas should keep the crossbows away. Camels can't do anything over walls. Shukunu are pretty good versus Gudjars. They're still not providing much mobility though. So if Bomas has already invested into the skirmishers, he should be fine against Shukunu as well. Oh, 20 builders lead for Bomas now doesn't really... it's a little bit on the passive side, but he's establishing an economic advantage. He's collecting stone for an eventual castle, and he's investing to some more Shrivamsha raiders for potential raids, or just to clean up the crossbows. Chukunu light cav, yeah, fair enough. So the Chukunu deal with Shrivamshas then. Is that the idea? Because the Shrivamshas would beat the light cav. Elite skirmisher now for Bomas, still keeping the aggression away. Siege workshop being added. And the Imperial Age not too far away. Is he going to start chopping down trees to get to the relics perhaps? Let's try the match command again. If that works. No, maybe not. It only works with live games. 1700 little, there we go. Look at these speedy boys. Still no husbandry, right? No, only bloodlines. They should have 180 once they get husbandry in. Pretty decent economic expansion here from the Chinese as well, but Bomas being halfway to the Imperial Age, that is quite the concern for Gurastobbybufas. That will allow the Gurjars to, well, let's say, for example, research Onager and cut through the trees to get to the relics for unlimited and consistent gold access. See, the castle is up, so the chakram throwers are being added as well. They're good against basically anything. And leaves Gurastobbybufas with no means to deal with, almost no means to deal with a cavalry rush if it's accompanied by the chakrams. Maybe Chukodus, I guess, as Belgium mentioned, could be an option, but you'd need stone and the castle for that. He is mining stone, to be fair, but not doing enough damage here. Gurastobbybufas. manages to pick off a few villagers, but he's also 15 villagers behind. He hasn't clicked the Imperial Age yet. Could sell wood, I guess, to go up. If he even has a market. Yeah, he has a market. Coming in for Bomas. No mangonel to be seen from the Siege Workshop, but you could add Scorpions or mangonels there to deal with the crossbows push as well. Camels won't do anything here. They're trying to find an opening, but Bomas has walled cleverly here to keep any aggression out. As another castle goes up to the side, fortifying the entry from this angle. And a forward villager going down there as well, so outpost for some vision on either side here for Guras is got pretty wide vision from these outposts as well, so at least we'll see any raids as they come. Great quick walls from Bomas here. These camels not supported by crossbows from this angle, so they won't find an entry just yet. Might not be enough elite skirmishers over here to deal with these crossbows pushing. Wonder if our Armenians or Celts are viable for this map for wood cutting bonuses. Celts perhaps, yeah. But then again, there's... Oh. Yeah, the castle goes up. It takes a long while until that relic gold becomes... Even with all those relics, you're still going to have to chop through a lot of wood, and it's... The gold on the map is going to last you for a long while before that relic gold income becomes relevant or really useful. Yeah, Island Hideout. Fair point. Getting through to the middle there. Chakram's getting some value here. 21 Chakram throwers now. 3 castles to produce them from. And I mean, if Gurastobbybufas gets to Arbalest, that should, in theory, be a means to deal with the elite Chakrams, but easier said than done. They're discs, they're working like Scorpion projectiles, they just go through any target. Bombard cannons being added as well, so the castles may be short-lived for Guras. Elite skirmishers top side, expanding to the sides for Bomas as well, extending that economy. Well, it's more about keeping the villagers and the economy safe, I guess. This castle could get denied by this skirmisher mass alone. If Bomas moves out, maybe he'll get lucky here. Let's see if he spots it. Yeah. 7 villagers, 19 elite skirmishers, but there's also some Chinese cavalry here, so I guess that castle completes. That's fine. But strong push coming in from this direction. 3 bombard cannons now, accompanied by elite chakram throwers. You don't mess around with those guys. Probably gonna need Onigger or Seed or Onigger or something to efficiently deal with those, and that would depend upon them not microing down your siege weapons as well. That's a good castle from Bomas as well, securing this gold. Nice quick walls to keep the light cab from denying this castle from completing as well. No ranged units from Gurastobbybufas at this side, so that castle will complete. The main composition for the Gudjars here is indeed the elite Chakram throwers with some siege weapons added. Skirmishers shouldn't be too much of a worry here, they're just melting, as will the cavalry. Stupid strong units these, but to be fair, it requires the castle to get to them. So there's that. They're not easily massed. Conserving the bombard cannons here for Bomas. And the Chakrams just doing their own thing. They seem to be doing alright. Top side, castle stays up. One trebuchet pushing that one, but Bomas not too stressed about it. That has stone in the bank to repair. And is focusing mainly on the south side of the map here. That's how they're just melting the units here. Skirmisher clearly not the best unit against the Chakrams, but you could argue that Skirmisher's mass would still trade cost efficiently against them because there's the Chakram and the elite upgrade and the fact that it costs gold. But Bomas seems to have this game in decent control. Keeps more than half of the map now and castles on either side to prevent raids. Chinese adding the cavaliers here, still only one trebuchet pushing from this angle, and it's completely unprotected as well. So nothing's to stop Bomas from sniping this one. He's sending one. Is he going to send that one hussar to take out this trap? I think he might be able. I think it might be enough because Guras has to focus down on the south side as well. Oh, that's such a sneaky move! Just one hussar. Since that trebuchet is completely unprotected, that's going to go down for nothing for Gurastobbybufas, while facing heavy pressure of Gudjar's heavy camels and bomber cannons and chakrams. This is over. Surely this is over. How can we recover from this? Heavy camels raiding. They both have heavy camels to be fair, but the Gudjaros should have the better trades any day between these two armies. Even if they're lacking the last attack upgrades, they have some relevant camel bonuses. So simply dealing more damage per hit. Looks like Juras has more camels out and about though, but Bomas sends in more reinforcements to compensate for that. Bomber cannons quickly dealing with any economic refuge points here, and 60 villagers down. Gurastobbybufas calls it. Bomas taking the first game. On Rocky Oasis, we'll be going to Gurastobbybufas' home map next. Most likely, you could pick the opponent's home map as well, but yeah, look at the dips in Mil2 units here. Tough battle for the Chinese. Much more resources collected for Bomas as well. Highly, not completely untouched economy. He did lose 30 villagers total, but just more of a general better resource income there makes it easier to mass the huge armies. Right. So to the draft, Rocky Oasis done and dusted. Won by Bomas. His home map is Siberia, so Scimitar likely to be the next one. We saw the Guriars winning against the Chinese, with the next map being a hybrid map. I would expect Persians. Wouldn't completely rule out Vikings. Whereas for Guras, I would also expect Malians, but Dravidians might make more sense as well with their naval focus. Dravidians, Vikings could be interesting, but Persians, Dravidians, also an opportunity. I think let's just pull up the game and see what kind of civilizations they've brought for us for this one. Persians, Dravidians, okay. Scimitar, first game I'm casting on this map. Hybrid map, as you can see, this is passable terrain. These little bits of land will allow you to dock closer to the fish, but probably the first few docks will still go close to the mainland, so you don't need to venture that far out to get to them. Has to be some naval focus on this map, even though the crossing is large. If you have docks on either side and control the middle, there's not much the opponent can do to get to your side of the base. Sheep could spawn far away on this map, so you'd have to scout extensively to get to them. We had a small change made to the map to make sure at least some of the sheep spawn close enough to the TC for both players, so that's consistent. But it is the Persians for Bomas has a 5% faster working town center in the Dark Age. Nice little Dark Age boost to the Persians in the recent balance changes. Should also be able to afford a dock earlier as the Persians start with 50 extra wood and food. Dravidians, however, receive 5 population space per dock they place, and once they reach the next age, they will be able to afford a second dock or a blacksmith instantly, much more easily because of the 200 wood granted to them once they reach the next age.
சரி ஏய்
So, a little bit of a displaced shorefish here. Would be decent for building. Maybe a mill here, and suddenly you have 400 fast food, but they have some walking distance. Might not be viable. That's a nice one with the berries, though. Great berries spawn for Bomas over here. Gold in the back, always useful. Could be easily secured. Love the house in the back there as well. Not making for any sneaks in the back. Yeah, already thinking ahead here, Bomas, with the house placement forming kind of a wall together with the wood line. Just in case Guras goes for any early land aggression here.
நான் தயார்
Eric's already for Guras. 17 pop. Why the early barracks? Is he going French rush here? Into archers, just plain land control. Ooh, first dock app with a deep fish, actually. That is indeed an option on this map. You can see how preparing, checking out the maps in advance rewards the players here. Because that's, instead of docking here and being far away from the deep fish, you actually get to collect the deep fish. Just like that. The barracks is up, but no military production just yet. Loom being teched as well. Bomas lost a will to the boar. He did indeed. Tough start for the Persians, but still ahead in economy, being the only player currently taking advantage of the deep fish on the map. And it's puzzling to me how Guras is not going for that. He's moving out with 4 villagers now. Men-at-Arms towers, is that the play here? Where are you going? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, he's rushing up the dock. Okay. Okay. So it's more of a defensive dock, going to protect the crossing here with naval military. Oh, that's why he sends so many villagers. Essentially having the dock functioning like a mill over here, so it's going to bring in the fast food from the dock villagers. 23 villagers for Bomas, 19 for Guras, and still Guras is just 25 seconds faster to the fuel age. I say villagers, but that's the overall economic units count. And it is indeed going to be the men-at-arms. At least that's going to catch Bomas off guard here. He's not going to expect men-at-arms at this point unless he scouted it, and he's not scouted Guras' side. He's puzzled now. He's looking for a dock near the deep fish and he's not going to find it. Okay, revealing the scout, but not revealing the men-at-arms just yet. Woodlight's gonna be the first target. Bomas now with naval units out. Fire galley for Guras as well, so Guras is taking some responsibility here. He has 2 docks, he is Dravidians after all, so he's got that 200 wood bonus to allow for that second dock to go up. They both have 2 docks. Persian docks work 10% faster though, so there's that. Great reaction from Bomas, but is it enough? Will the men-at-arms find an entry through the weak spots in the walls here? At the very least, they're taking some attention away from the villagers. Some villagers idling here as a result. There's lots going on this map. Galleys over here, fire galleys. Men-at-arms punching through the wood line, costing Bomas a little bit in terms of repairs. And it's idling 2 or 3 lumberjacks because of this aggression, so it's getting value from Guras. Demolition ships should have some serious value here as well. Could take out the fish, could take out the shore fishers, so to speak. No land military for Bomas just yet. Almost looks like he wants to commit villagers fighting against these men-at-arms. Nope, that's gonna be 1 going down, maybe 2. Scout not quite managing to block there. Is he gonna block? No. The galleys are still the more viable play of the 2 here. Hit and run against the fire galleys. Patching obviously in. As the 3rd dock comes up for Guras, and he's still committing to the Middle East. He's not fighting for any fish at all of his own. He's going to commit to the fish later when the water has been won, which might be a play for this map as well. Men-at-arms not getting anywhere, but they are forcing repairs, so that could impair the ship's production for Bomas.
சரி.
Galleys, how many? 4 galleys now, 2 dogs producing them. And now Guras makes the switch to galleys as well. Doesn't have fletching though. Doesn't have food for fletching, just simply can't afford that. I don't know why she's collecting gold, maybe a misclick, most likely. But are still trying their best to find value here. There's exposed economy over here, to be fair, if you can find a way back over there. Seconds to go for fletching for Guras. So the fire galleys in front will act as a shield in front of the galleys if he should choose to mass more. This is dangerous for Bomas as well. Don't want to stay too close to the docks because at any point a demolition ship might, or demolition raft rather, might pop up. Ooh, the Men-at-Arms found the raid to the woodline. Good damage from Gurastobbybufas now. It's going to get at least 2 villagers, and more importantly is forcing Bomas to evacuate one of the woodlines. Yeah, another villager going down. So, just little moment of lost attention to the Men-at-Arms pressure, and suddenly the Men-at-Arms are in the woodland. That's 5 villagers down for Bomas total. He lost 1 to Boris, lost 4 to Gurastobbybufas. It's now stealing some farms because the fish isn't really safe in the water. There's still fishing, but there's only 3 fishing ships. And once again, Bomas moves away to look for any docks down south of Guras, most likely. He's dropping another one. Not really able to mass enough galleys to keep up here. Looks like the fire galleys have gone down as well. Men-at-Arms getting amazing value though. 2 eco kills only, yes, but they've idled so much economy in the process over here. Great military control. Bomas now back on this woodland. It's still open, but the Men-at-Arms aren't going to get back there. Forward range now for Gurastobbybufas is extending the land pressure. This could be deadly because Bomas still doesn't have any land masses. Is more committed to the naval fighting, which seems the sensible approach on this map, where water makes up half of the map. Are still alive at minute 20 in the game. Bomas should be the first one clicking up to the castle here. He's committed to some archers of his own and some skirmishers to defend. Let's see if the Men-at-Arms can get back into the woodland. It's still open. They will enter again. No, get in there! Don't let him quick wall. Oh well. Villagers fighting Men-at-Arms, not exactly what you want to see, with the archers are joining in as well. Finally the Men-at-Arms will go down, but Guras is with 5 forward archers here. Fletching is in because he got that for the galleys. Focused on the archers of Bomas first, and then obstruct the gold income. Looking for an exit here, Bomas, but he's going to lose more villagers. 10 villagers down now! But behind all this, still only 2 villagers behind. Hello, Andre's viewers. And Andre, thank you so much for the raid. This is one of my ongoing 1v1 events across 5 different brackets. This is top bracket actually, and the top bracket has players from 1600 to 1800 elo. These guys are in the 1700s. It's called Akkal's Autumn Action. It's got 9 maps that haven't been used in a competitive setting before, although some of them will be somewhat similar to maps we already know. Akkal no, Akkal yeah. Heck yeah. I like how the no becomes no. It was supposed to be capital letters, but when I made the name, I couldn't. But if it makes for some good jokes, I don't mind that. This map is Scimitar. It's a massive hybrid map. It's almost half water, half land, with passable terrain in the middle. Can't build on this terrain, but you can dock near the edges. So it should favor naval control like Bomas has been doing here. Thanks for the follow. A key down boat. Much appreciated. Now a couple of forwards stable for Guras. Guras did lose the first game on Rocky Oasis. So he's down one here. Needs to win this one to still be in the best of 3. Let's make it to the castle age as well. What's the castle age gonna bring? Some cavalry from this side, and okay, monastery, why not? Guess he's seen or expecting some cavalry from the Persians as well, as Bomas goes to extend the economy to secure some woodlines with villagers and town centers. So yeah, another incentive to control water here is all of the patches of gold along the shore, the crossings in the middle here, so cannot be understated the importance of naval control on this map. Now here's the issue with the forward buildings of Gurastobbybufas. He's got the stables over here, so any capitals will need to pass all the way across the map to deal with Bomas' cavalry over here. And Bomas also has ships in the middle, so he could cut off the reinforcements unless Guras makes some stables at home. Well, naval control for Bomas, I'd say, but Guras has already established some presence on the land. Double monasteries now. It's a monastery. It's a monk siege push together with some light cabin archers and everything. It's basically an AI army at this point from Gurastobbybufas. Oy. It's tough to push the Persians' town centers though, but with the armored elephants perhaps you can. 3 town centers with the Persians, they also work 15% faster, but only one of the town centers currently producing. Looks like the fish has gone down for Bomas as well. Good demolition hit by the looks of it. 3 monasteries. Full clown mode from Gurastobbybufas now. Let's see how it pays off in the end. Still facing some cavalry raids at home base, but has town centers to secure the core economy. Gold kind of seems to become an issue for Guras. It's actually not his only gold income currently is the relics, are the relics. So that's a concern to say the least. A town center over here should secure some gold access for Guras though, but he's also 5 stone short of gold. No stone for a town center, and he can't buy that stone. That's really unfortunate. Could sell wood for gold at least, so there's that. I don't think Bomas is too worried about this push. He knows he's taken Guras off gold at this point. He must be looking at the push and seeing some trash units added here as well, and wondering why there aren't more units popping out. And it is currently there's just no gold in the bank for Guras to produce. On goes the raiding forces again. Just one trickle of light here and there from Bomas, but still getting huge value. We're back on gold finally for Guras as well, so that should facilitate the massing of armies forward. So much red presence on Bomas' side, but Bomas still has the galleys in the middle, so there's a limit to how much Guras can do if the forward armies are eventually dealt with here. Mangonel goes down, monks almost go down to the Mangonel hit. Attack ground, attack ground. Not the monk, but half of the HP down. I think the light cab will be able to take out this one unless Bomas commits repairs here. He can garrison. He needs to repair the Mangonel as well. Panic repairs here with lots of villagers. Will he keep it alive? Beautiful, messy game on Scimitar here. Manages to focus down the light cab as Guras goes for some more conversion. Needs to extend his economy somehow, and he's going to go try that through converting villagers. Some of the Windlings seems so undecisive here on land, Gurastobbybufas. Maybe because of this economic setup, he doesn't really have any food to add armored elephants or light cab or other cavalry units here. Could add some siege though, could add Mangonels again. He is indeed doing that. In the meantime, Bomas has dropped a couple of docks down south, has remassed some fishing ships and is queuing more close to the deep fish down south, also taking advantage of the shorefish. Oh, she is weak. Yeah, Persian thesis, twice the hit points. Really helping Bomas out a lot against this push. Mangonels to push. Third one to be added as well. Persian TC is tanky as heck. 4,800 hit points of those. Camels now added for Bomas as well. He has the economy for it now because he's been investing in more fish in addition to the farming economy on land. Doesn't seem too threatened here as he's got very exposed farming economy working for him over here as well. But the camels won't necessarily do that much with some monks accompanying the push here. I think Guras is going to get some more conversions in. Bomas deletes that one, doesn't want to lose units to join the enemy forces. Just got here, but how did Persians not end up banned on the draft in the hybrid map? Good question. Malians were drafted as well, by the way. So I was expecting Persians, Malians here, actually. Or Vikings, Dravidians, but yeah, Persians should be so strong on this map, and Bomas is still got this TC alive behind this kind of push, which is ridiculous. 4 Mangonels usually would beat a regular TC. With 2 bands and a snipe, why would you not snipe Persians when Scimitar is in the mix? Must be some serious confidence by Gurastobbybufas. Finally the 1000 goes down! Almost 40 minutes in. Guras takes out one of those Persian TCs. Bomas massive economic lead though, 30 villagers ahead. And he's nearly keeping up with the military count as well. Big fish boom incoming here now, 13 fishing ships, and that goes uncontested. Bomas with complete control of the water now, as you can see, and spread out the galleys as well, Love to see that now. All Bomas has to do is just fight back, clean up this push of Guras over here. And then he can start engaging against Guras on his other side. Is maybe a bit low on military here. Bomas to deal with this push. He's actually committing villagers to take out the mangonels, and it's working! With a couple of mangonels of his own, but the villagers. Can't believe he's taken out. He's taken out 3 mangonels with almost only villagers here. That's wild. Still comfortable economic lead for Bomas. As far as pure villagers go, 17 ahead there as well. Villagers are sort of a military. Well, as against siege and towers, they certainly are. They kill them so quickly. Huge mess of a fight in the middle here. What's going on land? Some ranged investment. Tell me it's cavalry archers. Come on. Bring some of the Parthian tactics, Persian cavalry archers. I want to see that. That would be kind of fun. Okay, douche, that works as well. Oh. You monk siege push me, I do shoot. Funnily enough, that thesis is going to complete in time to deny this castle. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So Guras is going to lose quite a few villagers here. Maybe he gets to complete that castle, but not without losing lots of villagers along the way. Lost relatively few villagers thus far, to be honest. They're still keeping up the pressure on the other side now, going mainly for pikemen here. Population ahead for Bomas, still lower in the military count department. Might need something against the pikemen at this point. And they did indeed add some cavalry archers. I'd like to see that. That's good. Another good castle from Guras, claiming some of the middle gold now. Also kind of paves the way for some new docks along the shores here. What a beautiful messy game. Second arbor coming in for the cavalry archers. Bomas is committing now. So they're still getting some value, still making villagers because town center, select all TC's hotkeys, putting the villagers away. I don't think you can douche a castle, even if your TC is Persian. It's moving away now, going to move back towards the homeland with these villagers. This game isn't going to see Imperial Age anytime soon, as Guras tries to claim back the middle crossing here with some towers as well. Watch how probably... I don't know if Dravidians get guard towers and keeps, but probably. But that TC got 19 kills. 18 eco units killed by that town, so that's pretty nice. No more production from the forward buildings of Guras. Going to focus on the home area now, as the cavalry archer numbers are increasing for Bomas. Committing to the cavalry archers and the mobility of them. Tower defense of Guras. Good call as well, having seen the cavalry archers. We need to do something to keep those raiding parties away. Lots of exposed economy here for the cavalry archers to take advantage of. Okay, I guess we're going to see the Imperial Age click for Bomas soon. He either needs a second Castle Age building or a castle to be allowed to click Imperial Age at all. Castle in the middle might not be a bad idea to protect some of the golds, perhaps. Could also sneak villagers all the way around and go for a forward castle over here. That's been under castle fire for so long, and still it's kind of up. 16 cavalry archers, I'm counting. Two ranges producing them. There's the Imperial Age click. And On-3 University to click up there for Bomas. Also got nearly enough stone to drop the first castle. Has to be somewhere around here, maybe even further forward, probably around here, to have a good access point to push with trebuchets from the middle area with the war galleys to defend them. Two groups of cavalry archers now splitting up, 12 and 5 kills respectively, so they've been taking out mainly wheeled units, pikemen it seems, but also done good work at raiding. Resource collection rate much better for Bomas, but that's also a little bit because of the Persian faster economy overall, and the fact that it's been extending the economy earlier on. Never-ending raids here. Guras doesn't really have any response to the cavalry archer investment here. Other than towers, which is fair enough, would definitely benefit from guard tower at this point. Imperial Age in for Bomas. Now queuing the trebuchets, and that castle is in the spot I predicted, and just within range to take out the tower this area as well. Imperial Age for Gurastobbybufas as well. Hasn't been using the forward buildings for quite a while. Obviously needs to focus more at home base and try to recover here, but gold access is becoming harder and harder, especially if this castle goes down. I don't think Guras has gold access at all once this gold pile runs out. He's fighting cavalry archers with villagers, and it's almost working. Okay, that's funny. First trebuchet out, covered by castle fire, and now with quite the chunk of knights as well. I think repairs can save that for Guras. He's still going to be able to make trebuchets from this castle to try and take the Trebor. Committing to some siege as well, but those are going to have to be built further back. But there are cavalry archers here to deny them as well, hiding away the siege workshops. Desperately trying to keep this castle alive. But now 3 trebuchets pushing. It is uphill, which makes it slightly harder for Bomas, but if a 4th trebuchet joins the fight here, that castle is going to be a goner. Yeah, out of stone now for Guras. Down goes that 1 castle. Chemistry coming in, which suggests that bombard cannons might be added by the Dravidians here. But now look at the cavalry. It's full defense upgrades on these cavalier from Bomas. Nothing to respond to that for Guras, unfortunately. Bomas has 10 times the military of Guras currently, and he's got this game in the bag. GG is called. Well played by Gurastobbybufas as well, though, but it is a 2-0 for Bomas. Nice game on Scimitar there, lots of action. And it looked like for a little while there as if the land aggression of Guras was going to pay off. And if those town centers weren't indeed Persian town centers, and the docks for that matter, then it could be a different story. But that's what you get for allowing Persians on these kinds of hybrid maps. Convincingly more resources brought in for the Persians. That's just that commonly seen in Persians 1v1 games these days. It would be tough to hold anything against that kind of unpredictable monk siege push with a different civilization for sure. That's Dravidians losing to the Persians for this one. A good 2-1 game though. Or 2-0 game. The highest bracket has a group stage, so they're playing round robin best of 3 into a best of 7 final between the top 2 of the 4. So I'll commit to all of the bracket finals. There are 5 brackets total. GG well played.